What's up, people, and welcome back to another review, not review, like an overview analysis of the markets for the next coming week. It's currently 17th of September, and we are going to, it's Saturday or Sunday today, so the markets are opening tomorrow. But yeah, pretty much I just wanted to go over um, pretty much all of the market, or all the most of them right now. So if we start off with NASDAQ, we can see that if we focus in on this particular area right here in this in the recent times here, we can see that we actually made higher highs on the chart, but we are not making higher highs on the delta. We're also making we cracked below this lower low that I was talking about in the previous video, I think. Um, if not, that's we have broken underneath this lower on the chart and the delta as well. You can see here as well that we made a lower low on the or a higher low on the chart, hit a support right here, but we actually made a lower low on the delta, which means that in probability we are going to either see a bounce back and test this resistance and go down, or we will test the resistance somewhere around here, um, these levels right here, pretty much just above it. So in this is my theory about this, because we have a negative divergence in the delta, plus we are seeing a downtrend overall in the NAS. You can see it's going down pretty, not aggressive, but like we are in a downtrend, which means that we should looking for shorts. We are looking for opportunities in the downside. We're going to be more bearish than we would be bullish, pretty much. Moving on to Tesla. I did take this trade and we absolutely smashed it. It was a beautiful trade. Took it because we had a positive or higher lows on here, and we bounced perfectly on the support as I imagined we would. Uh, Absolute stunning trade, perfect trade. Basically went down like 0.6%. No, up, we went down 0% here, but we gained around 9.5. So very nice trade. Very confident in this trade. Um, I am looking to take more trades because we are seeing higher highs on the delta and higher lows, and we are actually just now seeing strength being put back in. So we actually see that we closed the green candle right here. So if I were to enter here, I would put my stop loss right underneath the lows, or the low here, and put it 1 to 2. But if we can check right here, we can see that we have a resistance right here. This gap right here. If I were to take this trade, I would have put my first take profit on this and just leave the rest to run. To make sure that you don't lose out that much if it does turn before that. The stop loss could also be underneath this candle right here, so we are on the 1 hour time frame. So as you can see, if we do break below this, sorry, not that one here. If we do break below that, I would start to be more negative or bearish than positive. As you can see, we are making lower lows on the 15-minute chart, but we're not showing that much lower lows, no aggressive downwards movement. So far, still looking bullish. We are at a support. We broke through the support and we retested it. Now we are with high probability going to be going up. SBB. I haven't taken any trades in the SBB just yet because I do see an opportunity. Let's see. As you can, if you look at this, we are not broke. We are in a bearish on the chart, but we're not really. We're just in consolidation on the delta, and we are at a support. As you can see here, we went down aggressively here, quite a bit. Like we're talking 3% maybe, 5%. Yeah, went down 5%, then went back up again, and now we went down with no certain strength, in my opinion. Like this is not really any good or any good indication where we are going to go. We are losing sell power, but we're also losing buy power. So at the moment, I would not be taking any trades in the SPB. Same if we look at the 1 hour chart, we are making like the same lows as we are here. So since we are at a support, if I were to take a trade in SPB, I would have taken one um, uh, when the market opens. I would check if this, because we went up, down, up, down, up, down, and then we went up on the chart quite a bit. Like we went almost to this point right here, not really, but we're still very low on the buying power. So I would actually wait for either to go down, touch the support again, or just wait until it goes up and then down and buy on the pullback. So if it looks something like that, I would buy here instead. Put a long here and then put like a 1 to 2. Put it right below this lower low here. And sell at the resistance right here. That's how I would do it. Obviously, it's not going to bounce exactly like this. It could just go up and then touch this and then go down like here and then go up again, or do anything else. You could just plummet down right now and go down to like 2 crowns, but anything's possible in the market. So yeah, that's my theory on the SPB. On gold, we smashed gold as well. Insane trade. I was actually kind of sweaty here at the beginning. Not the perfect entry. We were down like 0.3, 0.4% right here, but we did make everything back on the 1.5% almost. But yeah, and now I am going to wait to take a trade right now because we are at the trend roof right here, but we have made a higher high on the. As you can see, we're almost at the same, but we actually broke above it on the delta. So I would want to see it go down, not below this zone right here. It's let's see here. If it breaks below this zone right here, I would be more bearish. We are at a trend roof and a resistance right here. So if we break above this, I would like to see a pullback, and then I would buy. So something like in this order. If it goes down, maybe tries to support again, go up, and something like this, I would buy here instead of now, because then you would be able to have a tight stop loss of like here and target the previous highs of the before. In my opinion, that's a safer trade. It could just break through and just go to the stars, but it's all about risk management, not to, take the trade just because. Same with oil. I actually see an opportunity in oil. I was actually tempted to take a trade once it bounced, once I saw this candle close right here, but yeah, I was skeptical about it. I don't know why I should have taken the trade, but you can always be smart in the after you see the chart. On the 4 hour, we can see that we just barely made a higher high on the delta. If we take a look at the 1 hour though, you can see that we actually almost went down to this low right here on the delta, which shows a large sell power, but we did not break below it. We weren't that close to the bottom of these candles, but you can see that we actually made a huge wick down, which means that the buyers are still in control. Bounced absolutely perfectly on the support as a Jew. Bounced perfectly here. What I would like to see is either something like this, or that it just goes down, that it goes up and makes a higher high on the delta, because that's the confirmation that we are going to make, that we're going to continue pushing upwards. But just solely on this, I am still bullish. We have broken the previous high of the delta, so all things considered, we're still bullish for a little bit. I'm not expecting a huge move upwards, but yeah, That's my theory. We are probably going to push a couple of points upwards again or more. JPY. I've actually taken a trade right here because we are at a support and we have. You can see we are in a downtrend on both the delta uh, and the chart, but I actually wanted to take a trade right here. This is because we are making higher lows on the chart, but we're making lower lows on the or higher lows on the delta, and we're making lower lows. So it's a risky trade. We are at a support that I do believe we are going to bounce off of. I'm gonna take 50% of the profit at these lows right here, and then let the 50 run to the top. It's not really a huge loss if we don't get this last 50, but I just don't want to go below. I do have two different trades in this though. I have one with the stop loss down here, and I have one with the stop loss down here. Just because simply, if it does break below these, I am actually going to be more bearish. But it could just break below, take the liquidity, and just shoot up. So I do have two trades on this one. On Apple, there is two ways that this could play out. Obviously more, but what I do think is going to happen is either we have made almost a triple bottom right here in the last let's see, last like 10 days. We have made a triple bottom. We are still in the downtrend though, and we have made slightly lower lows. But if we look at the 4-hour, you can see we have actually broken. We have actually not broken the lower lows of the previous downwards movement. We did break this lower low, but this is over a weekend, so. Oh, sorry, it's not white. No, this is just. Sorry, yeah. But we have broken this lower low of this downward movement right here. But we are, as long as we don't break below these two, we are still in the green. We have made a lower low on the chart right here. Same with this. We are at this point right here. We are at this point on the chart, but we actually made a higher high at the delta right here. And as we can see, here is where we're on the chart. These are the same levels, but we actually made a low, very much lower low. That's why I do think this scenario is more believable, that it bounces up, touches the resistance, and then keeps going down. I do have more faith in that than it does to go up, down, and then up again. Obviously, that's for time to tell. That's why I have not entered a trade. This is not like the ideal situation for my opinion, to take a trade, since we have shown so much sellers on the delta. Same in JPP USD. I have taken a trade as well. As we can see, we are kind of in a support zone right here. I do believe that we are going to bounce up, just solely because, as we can see here, we're in the, as you can see here, we actually made a downtrend on the chart. But if we look at the delta, we're actually going up, and that's on the 4-hour, which means that we are more likely to experience a little bit more of the buyers. As you can see, we're making higher lows on the chart, or on the delta, than lower lows on the chart, which is a signal for a small pullback or a big pullback. We will see that in the next future. This take profit is more like here in reality, just underneath the 1-to-2 ratio. I just put it here because I do think we are going to touch this resistance right up here. I do believe we are going to bounce off of this zone right here, and then keep going down, or break through and keep going up. Time will tell on that one. Disney, I have not taken any trades in Disney right now, but just solely because we're in the middle, we're not at the roof, we're not at the support. If we take a look at the delta on the 4-hour time frame, as you can see, we're just showing buyers on here. We just barely broken above that, and we have made lower lows, but we did break and made a higher high. Since the new week, I am not going to take a trade until like Tuesday maybe, just to see how things will move out, because we did break below these, or not break below. We did not break above this trend line and keep going up. So I want to see either a bounce here, go up, and like that. I'm just gonna paint it something in this direction, or if we just straight up do this, something in those directions. Either way, I do think we are going to bounce here because we are showing buy strength at the moment. On Volvo, as we can see, we showed incredible seller strength right here, but we did not really move on the chart. I'm not going to be taking a trade in Volvo just purely because of this. It's throwing me off. All things considered, I do believe that we are going to see a smaller pullback into maybe these levels right here and then keep going up, since we are at the bottom of the trend and we failed to break through false breakout. I do believe that we're going to pull back into these zones right here and then keep going up. If we look at Bayer Ref, I have taken a trade right here solely because I will show you. As you can see, we are showing buy strength on this whole level. You can see we're in a clear uptrend on the delta. Like it's a pretty steep upwards movement, but on the chart we're in a small downtrend, which means that we are losing seller strength, sell pressure, and we are going to, in all possibilities, go up. How I would take this trade is, it kind of depends on how you want to risk it. Me, I would personally put the stop loss underneath the lowest point of this downward movement, because you can see we did not break through the lowest here. Otherwise, you can put your stop loss underneath the nearest support right here. But since we do have a clear resistance right here, we got rejected pretty damn hard. We dropped a 2.5% on one candle here in 4 hours. I do believe that we are going to most likely show some rejection here and then go up or just go down again. So I do believe that we're going to go down and then go up the resistance, try it again, maybe break through, maybe not. Only time will tell on that. Euro USD, not taking any trade here because I do not see any opportunity in this, to be honest. Atlas, Atlas Club. Sorry. I have taken a short here because we're showing insane sell pressure. We are at the tops of this chart right here, but we are well below the lows on the delta, which means that we are seeing incredible selling pressure, and downwards movement is most likely to occur. It's the stop loss. It kind of depends on how you want to play it. I would put it somewhere around these levels. But if you want to have like a longer trade, you could put it up here. It's still a 1-to-2 ratio trade, and we're not at the bottom of this even. But yeah, it just depends on how much you want to risk. If you want to risk a larger amount, I'll put it down to this right here. That's a 1-to-3, I think. Yeah, 1-to-3.5. Really good risk reward ratio. And I do believe that we are going to hit at least these levels down here. So I do think it's going to go down and maybe bounce up. Or if we break through, we're going to go all the way down to the bottoms of this. But that was all for this week. I wish you all good luck.